In the today's presentation, we are going to discuss about the key management and distribution. As far as security is concerned, everybody knows that the key plays a very big role in order to provide the security for the data what we are going to transmit. Here, especially in this particular topic, we are going to discuss about the management of key, how the sender and receiver managing the key for the effective communication. About that, we are going to discuss. As far as this title is concerned, key management refers to the process and procedures involving in generating, storing, distributing, and managing the cryptographic keys used in cryptographic algorithms to protect the sensitive data. We know that two types of keys are majorly used in the security. One is public key and another one is private key. The public key is common to both the sender and receiver. Private key is especially the person who is generating the key or owner of the key will maintain. Even the opposite person who is receiving the original message cannot able to understand or they cannot decrypt the private key information. So this gives the more security about the communication. It ensures that keys used to protect sensitive data are kept safe from unauthorized access or loss. So the main purpose of using the key is it ensuring the productivity of the data or sensitive data from the unauthorized access or in case of any data loss. So how the cryptographic keys works, this slide discuss. Cryptographic keys are special codes that protect informations by locking and unlocking. Here unlocking is nothing but dealing about the encryption and unlocking is happening at the receiver end or the opposite end, which is nothing but the decrypting. Symmetric key cryptography, asymmetric key cryptography, about that we have previously discussed in briefly with varieties of examples. We know that the public key will be generated by the sender and it will be shared to the key will be shared anyhow to the receiver. When the receiver receives the encrypted data by using the public key, they can able to decrypt or they can able to open the information and they can get the original data. As far as the asymmetric key cryptography is concerned, it includes both the public key and the private key. The public key, as I said that previously, it is common to both sender and receiver. But as far as the private key is concerned, it deals with the generator of the particular key. They will take care of it. They will not reveal the information to the opposite person in order to provide the security. So the life cycle of the key management system is it deals with the nearly 7 to 8 steps. One is key generation, next one is key distribution, third one is key storage, fourth one is key usage, then key rotation, key revocation, key archival, and the key destruction. So this is how the key management happens. First, they will generate the key. The person who would like to initiate the security for the data communication may starts with the generation of key. If it is public key, it will be shared to the receiver. But if it is about the private key, it will be created by one end and it will not be shared. Even if it is shared, it cannot be decrypted by the another person or the another end person who is receiving the data. So key distribution is nothing but a kind of sharing. Once it is generated, that secured key will be transmitted or that will be conveyed to the opposite end through some other communication. When the encrypted data is received by the receiver, that receiver by using the key they will try to decrypt it. Then key storage. Particularly we used to say that KDC, knowledge distribution, so key distribution centers will be there. So that it is a third person or third party. They will maintain the key. They will communicate. They will distribute the information commonly with the sender and the receiver. So this is also one of the method that ensuring the security. Then usage, how you are going to use the key effectively. And the key rotations, even though if the cryptographic key is a secured one, they should ensure that secured key will be periodically changed based on some uh, conditions or based on some threshold values. Periodically it will get updated or changed. The revocation is nothing but it deletes the or it removes the key which is not used for a longer time, and the archival is used for key archival is the main purpose that uses for retaining the key which is efficiently used for it deals with the retention of the key. Then key destruction, once the communication gets completed, it is the responsibility of both the person or as in the person who created the key, they will destruct the key. So this is about the key management life cycle. In the next, we are going to discuss about the symmetric key distribution using symmetric encryption. So this is the state diagram, how the key distribution center supports for sharing the information between the initiator A and responder B. Generally, we know that initiator will initiates the communication and they will communicate the data to the sender, receiver or the responder by using some encrypted mechanism. So when they are receiving, the responder will receive the sender address, receiver address, and as well as the ID of the particular person from where it is received, and as well as the complete encrypted data will be received. As when we are incorporating the security mechanism before the data transmission gets initiated, there will be a two-step process that deals with the key distribution center. The key first initiator will send the ID of A and ID of B and nouns of the nouns, it is additional information that is getting added. So that will be conveyed to the key distribution center. So based on the ID A and ID B, by considering the session time and sensitivity of the data, some address concatenation and sender address and the encrypted data will be compressed together, and that will be concatenated with the sender address, the receiver address, and as well as the ID of A who is transmitting the data. That information will be compressed together and it will be sent to a initiator. Then that key and as well as the information, encrypted information along with the ID of A, the compressed data or the encrypted data will be transmitted in the third stage of the communication. Then the responder will checks the whether it comes from the appropriate message, appropriate sender or not. Followed by that, they will give the acknowledgement. That acknowledgement consists of the encrypted KS, that is address of the sender, which means that the sender will comes to know that the data has been received by the receiver successfully, and so that they are giving our address appropriately. So it is a kind of assurances that is taken by the initiator, and they will consider and they will further they will go for the communications. So these are all the key distribution steps 1, 2, and 3. Then authentication steps takes place in the 3, 4, and 5. So this is the general method that is accommodated by using the symmetric key distribution. Some issues are identified while using the key distribution center. It uses the hierarchical key control and the session key lifetime and a transparent key control scheme. Hierarchical key control in the sense there is a certain procedures that need to be followed hierarchically. It may extend the time or it may deal with the time consumption. So that is one of the drawback that need to be addressed. The second time, the lifetime of the key, as we said that in the renovation, keep on the data, the key will get updated. So based on the lifetime of the particular session key, it will get updated. So that is also considered as one of the issue in the KDC. A constant and the single key is not used. That is considered as a drawback. And the transparent key controls. There may be some lagging that information may be removed. The information may be taken by somebody else. And asymmetric key distribution using asymmetric encryption. This is the normal sending the data ID with the public key and receiving the acknowledgement as the address with key and the public key. This is a simple secret key distribution. The secret key distribution with the confidentiality and authentication is first they will send the data, data in the sense address, public key, and nonces, and followed by that it is a kind of an acknowledgement, public key, nonces, and the N2 address. Then it transmits the encrypted data with the N2. Then the acknowledgement for the data transmission will be given by the responder to the initiator. So hybrid mode is also there. Distribution of public keys. Several techniques has been proposed for the distribution of public keys, which can mostly be grouped into the categories. One is public announcement. Second one is public availability, available directory. Third one is public key authority. Last one is public key certificates. So these are all the distributions of public keys by using the hybrid mode. Public announcement and public directory of the public keys. The first diagram deals with the uncontrolled public key distribution, and the second one is public key publications by using some directory. That authority will take care of the complete communications with the safety. So this is about the